Okay, man, I think you better come here only. Sometimes a glass of cool water is far more desired than even moksha. Okay? Each moment has its own demands. Often nothing is wrong or right but the timing of it. Okay, so let's start with the first line. You know what moksha is? You want to mumble? Huh? What do you think is moksha? Moksha, anyway, between you and me, it means God realization, it could mean liberation, it could mean getting out of this whole cycle of coming back to earth. Okay? And that is what most spiritual people are trying to do. They are all seeking moksha. Okay? Now there is a word called moksha and there is a word called mukti.
What's mukti?
Now for many people, some people use mukti as liberation, some people use moksha as liberation. Okay? I think if you ask me, which you're not, you're just nodding your head like a sweet calf. But if you were to ask me, sometime in this life, okay, Dada, what is the difference between moksha and mukti? I would say God alone knows. But according to me, mukti is to be liberated. Mukt ho gaya. He's got free. Freedom. And moksha, according to me, is enlightenment. Where you know everything. Realization. There's a big difference between being realized and being free. An individual can be realized, can be enlightened, but yet can be caught up in something. Okay? So, for me, mukti means the bugger is liberated. And moksha is just neither here or there. You can't even enjoy life on earth. You can't even be one with the one. So, where were we? So sometimes a glass of cold water is far more desired than even moksha. What does that mean, Meher?
A glass of cold water is even more desired than moksha.
Okay. Okay, let it be. There is a time and place for everything. Let's say somebody is dying of thirst and hunger. What is more important, me giving that person spiritual gyan or me giving that person water and food to have?
Giving that person water and food to have.
Right? So there is a time and place for everything. There is a time and place for everything. The wise person knows that. Let's say there's a wise man. He's got no kamdanda. So he's got on the spiritual path. And there are 40 people who also don't have any kamdanda, who have come to hear that guy. Okay? The man is a big master. Not in weight, he's just big chap. Now the master should be wise enough to know what to talk to those 40 people. He should be able to understand at what spiritual level these people are. And suppose he feels that for these 40 people, the best thing for them would be to just be decent people. Forget spiritual gyan and all that. A true master will then just speak simple things. He will not try and show his knowledge and show his powers and all that.
That's not really being spiritual.
That's not being very spiritual, but If the audience has reached that level, then he can talk to that level.
Then actually spiritual,
Right?
because the
Yeah.
audience
Is ready for it. So, those 40 poor guys who have no kamdanda, who's come to speak to the master, you're the master who also doesn't have any kamdanda. And like our 18 people watching us. So anyway, so what do you, it is important what to give them. You know, when these people come and you feel that, you know, they are just caught up in their own life. I think it would be better if while speaking to them somebody served them tea and biscuits and food and all. They are hungry. So, know when to give what. When somebody has died, you don't go and tell that person, you know what, no, there is no life and there is no death, it is all eternal. Arey, somebody's child has died, somebody's spouse has died, somebody's parent has died. That time you don't give them all this bullshit. Because that time it is bullshit. You let them first calm down, then you start talking to them. At that particular point, just standing by that person, just taking care of that person's immediate needs is far more important than all the gyan in the world.
Like how you said that there's a time and place there's a time for everything.
A time and place for everything.
So, one example, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I'm just asking you that it's a simple example. On our birthdays, we don't get a Happy New Year card. We get a Happy Birthday card. And when it's not our birthday, we won't get a Happy Birthday card. So, there's a time for a birthday card to come and there's a time for a New Year card to come.
Agreed. So you got what I'm saying, right? You have to give an individual what that individual needs, what that individual is capable of receiving. That is spirituality. When somebody is thirsty, you give that person water. You don't give that person food at the moment. You first give that person water. Okay? So all the spirituality in the world, if you don't use your common sense, then it is just theoretical spirituality. It is not practical spirituality. It is not helpful spirituality. You got it? Okay? Now we go and make your ghastly slimes. Okay. Jai Baba.